In today's video, I will talk about the alarming increasing trend of colorectal cancer in young adults and what we can do to reduce our risk. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Qian's Quest. My name is Qian Li. I'm a nutrition scientist. Please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on credible science-based information on cancer prevention and nutrition. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever came out in the movie theater recently. This film brings back a lot of sorrow over the passing of Chadwick Boseman due to colorectal cancer about 2 years ago. His humility and passion has challenged us to pursue what is important in our work and lives. Human nutrition has always been my passion, and colorectal cancer happens to be the focus of my PhD research. Today, we're going to talk about colorectal cancer, which is cancer occurring in colon or rectum. Colorectal cancer, or CRC, is the third most common cause of cancer death in the United States. In 2022, an estimated more than 150,000 cases of colorectal cancers will be diagnosed in the US, and a total of over 52,000 people will die from these cancers, accounting for almost 9% of total death caused by cancer. The passing of Chadwick Boseman at his young age shed light on CRC. Are CRC cases really going up? There's no simple yes or no answer to this question because we really have to look at the CRC cases in different age groups. CRC incidence, meaning the diagnosed new cases, is actually dropping in 65 years old and above, but it's rising in younger age groups. During the most recent 5 data year from 2012 to 2016, CRC incidence declines by 3.3% per year for those 65 years old and older. However, CRC incidence increases by 2.2% for 50 years and younger, and increases by 1% for those between 50 and 64. The death rate has followed a similar trend. CRC death rate has increased in individuals younger than 50 years of age by 1.3% per year since 2004. Before I move on to the next session, what's causing the rising CRC in younger people, I would like to ask you to consider subscribing to my channel if you have not, and to leave your comment. This will encourage me to develop more educational videos like this. So what is causing the increasing CRC in younger people? There are many theories, but scientists do not yet have a conclusion. It could be related to sedentary lifestyle, unfavorable dietary patterns, or other exposures whose association with CRC risk is yet unknown. What we know is, in people 50 and older, the decline in CRC death is largely attributable to recommended screening tests in this age group. In recent years, several expert groups, such as U.S. Preventative Services Task Force, American Cancer Society, and National Comprehensive Cancer Network, have lowered the age for starting screening in average risk individuals from 50 years to 45 years. Besides age, do you know that CRC incidence and death also vary in different states in the US? CRC is clearly more prevalent in Midwest compared to West and East Coast, and factors that may contribute to this disparity include differences in diet, prevalence of obesity and smoking, as well as access to medical services, including screening. So what can we do to reduce CRC risk? Rule number 1, prevention is the cure. More than half of CRC are attributable to modifiable risk factors, meaning these incidences are potentially preventable. These include excess body weight, smoking, high alcohol consumption, high intake of red or processed meat, low calcium intake, very low intake of vegetables, fruits, and whole grain fiber, and physical inactivity. Another type of risk is genetic or hereditary risk. Certain inherited genetic syndrome, such as Lynch syndrome, is the most common cause of hereditary CRC. If you have a family history of CRC or polyps, you may have a much higher risk. In that case, I recommend you to speak to a genetic counselor who can help you to identify your genetic risk by conducting a diagnostic genetic test. It's very, very important to know that a diagnostic DNA test is different from an at-home or direct-to-consumer DNA test. I have a video called 23andMe versus a diagnostic DNA test. I highly recommend you to check this out before you conduct any genetic test. Certain medical conditions can also increase your risk for CRC. For example, personal history of chronic inflammatory bowel disease, such as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. If you have any of these conditions, you want to be extra aware of the signs and symptoms of CRC. The most common symptoms are blood in stool, changes in bowel habits, abdominal pain, decreased appetite, and weight loss. Alright, we have covered a lot in this video, from the alarming increasing trend of colorectal cancer in people under 50 years old, to prevention, screening, risk factors, etc. I want to encourage you to write down the risk factors you have and work on reducing them. Make sure to like my video if you have learned anything, and leave your comment if there's anything you would like to share with me. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Certain inherited genetic syndrome, such as the Certain genetic